I specifically wanted to make a separate video to break down the Ash vs Cynthia trailer since it has so much information on it about the battle. Specifically, I wanted to try and use the trailer to figure out exactly how the battle is going to go. Before we do that though, let's discuss the first thing said in this trailer. Cynthia telling Diantha that she's planning on retiring from battles after this tournament. What a bombshell revelation. This really brings an extra element of intrigue into this matchup, because now we don't really know if we're really seeing the final time we're going to see Cynthia in battle in the anime. If we are, who's going to replace her as champion in the anime? Who's qualified to take over that role? Or will Ash be able to give her a battle so thrilling that it reignites her passion for battle and she'll continue to be the champion of Sinnoh? Will he prevent her from retiring? Who knows? This is a fascinating development. Now, let's discuss the actual battle we see in the trailer. Can we use this trailer to figure out how the battle will go? Well, let's try, and I'll see how close I get when the actual episodes air. Our first piece of major clue is the scoreboard here. We see the first 3 Pokemon sent out by Ash and the first 4 Pokemon sent out by Cynthia. I'm going to assume the board shows the Pokemon in this order. It makes sense to me, on Ash's side especially, but in Cynthia's side, I kinda have to make some assumptions. So let's say that is the way the scoreboard is done. We can see in the trailer, Ash most likely is beginning with Dragonite and Cynthia is using her Spiritomb. And looking at the trailer, it looks like a Hypnosis and a Dream Eater or a Nightmare is most likely being used to KO Dragonite early. Poor Dragonite, it has really gotten shafted early these last couple battles. I really hope it gets a redemption battle in the final battle against Leon. Then, Ash is most likely bringing out his Gengar second, and we know that Pikachu and Spiritomb are being KO'd at the same time later, so Cynthia's most likely recalling her Spiritomb and bringing out her Roserade. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Cynthia has 4 Pokemon out compared to Ash who has 3. So what I think is actually going to happen here is that Gengar is going to use Will-O-Wisp on Roserade, forcing Cynthia to switch it out. We actually have magazine images of Gengar using Will-O-Wisp, so I think that's a real possibility. And this means Cynthia then brings out Togekiss. Here was the issues I was having though. Even before Pikachu goes down, Gastrodon is already out, so a few things could have happened here. Gengar could have lost to Togekiss, causing Pikachu to come out. Then Pikachu forces a switch into Gastrodon, knocks it out, and then has a double KO against Spiritomb. That would make sense. Pikachu is Pikachu, and they usually like to make it pretty powerful in the leagues, even if it doesn't win. Or Gengar could have forced out a second switch and forced Gastrodon out early. Then from here, it either knocks out the Gastrodon or Pikachu knocks it out later. Either way, it does force that switch. Or maybe Dragonite doesn't go down to Spiritomb early and Dragonite knocks down the Gastrodon before losing to the Spiritomb. The issue here is that it's really difficult to pinpoint who actually is knocking out the Gastrodon. I think I'm going to go with option number 1 for my prediction though. Gengar forces the switch into Gastrodon and even somehow manages to KO it. Then Togekiss probably KOs Gengar. Pikachu then comes out and fights Togekiss, who weakens Pikachu, and Cynthia tries to finish Pikachu off by switching back to Spiritomb, only for Pikachu to double KO it. So if they're going to have Pikachu knocked out early, they probably want to give it a brilliant moment. After that, I can see Cynthia bringing out Roserade, and this is where Ash brings out his Dracovish. Dracovish manages to knock out Roserade. Dracovish then most likely loses to Milotic, causing Ash to bring out a Sirfetch'd. It looks like the 2 Pokemon are clashing, so I'm going to assume a double KO here between them. That leaves Lucario to battle Togekiss and Garchomp. In the trailer, we can see Lucario probably beats Togekiss with Bullet Punch, leaving him one-on-one against Garchomp. At the end of the trailer, they talk about going all out, so this is probably where both characters are going to pull out their keystones, and we'll get a clash of 2 Mega Pokemon. I don't know if Ash is losing here. I'm going to assume not, just because I think the story with Leon is a bit more important than the story of Cynthia and her retirement, so I think Ash is going to come out on top. Now, besides how the matchup will go, let's also discuss another thing we saw in the trailer, and in this case, it's the animation. What did you think of the animation we've seen in the trailer so far? Usually they like to show the best of the best, so if they did show the best of the best, it doesn't look like the animation for this one will be that special. I'm not expecting, I guess, too much. They didn't show much for the Garchomp versus Lucario one, so that could be pretty awesome actually. So I have my hopes high for that, but besides that, it looks like it's just going to be standard battle, and it's going to be based more on strategy rather than beautiful choreography. But what do you think about this battle? How do you think it's going to go? Let me know all that in the comments down below. If you like this video, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and you can also follow me on Twitter at TheRealPdGaming. That is it. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.